What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there today. We're talking about our top 24 quarterbacks and our quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for Week 11 fantasy football. But maybe you need other rankings, kicker rankings, defensive special teams rankings, flex rankings. We got you covered, but that's a member perk here this year. So consider hitting that little blue join button right below the video. We also do film breakdowns of players. We'll do members only live streams. I'll even drop Zoom links into Discord and just hang out with you every once in a while. A lot of fun, so consider becoming a member. But now we're not wasting any more time. We're getting right into the rankings, talking about our top 24 quarterbacks here for Week 11. And here we go. We'll kick it right off at the top. Just a reminder, if you're looking for more detailed information, that's the start sit videos. This is a quick rundown of these rankings right off the bat. We got Patrick Mahomes, primetime showdown, going up against Justin Herbert there, Sunday Night Football. 2, Jalen Hurts. He continues to score touchdowns, even though his rushing volume is decreasing, but he's still scoring you fantasy points. He's at 2. Followed by number 3, Justin Fields, the overall quarterback 1 over the last 5 weeks of the season, and it's really not even close. Dude is on a tear. He's at number 3. 4, Joe Burrow, fresh off his bye week against the division rival of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 5, Josh Allen. Why is he not higher? Not just the elbow injury, but we're starting to look ahead at the weather, and there's a chance of a butt ton of snow in this game, so that's something to pay attention to and why he's dropped down a couple spots. Number 6, then Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys, going up against the Minnesota Vikings in a game in which I'm kind of hoping for a shootout. Number 7, Lamar Jackson, also coming off his bye week, has a matchup here this week going up against the Carolina Panthers. Could be a good one for Lamar. Followed by 8, Justin Herbert in that matchup against Patrick Mahomes, Sunday Night Football. Followed by number 9, Kirk Cousins, who's facing Dak Prescott in that shootout that I'm hoping for. Number 10, Daniel Jones. Yes, I'm a glutton for punishment, and I've put him inside my top 10 at number 10 due to the bye weeks. It's just a great matchup for him going up against Detroit. Number 11 then is Marcus Mariota. Atlanta Falcons got a good matchup going up against the Chicago Bears. Marcus Mariota is a guy who continues to find a way to find the end zone, and that's exactly what we need, are those 2 touchdowns a week we're looking for here in Week 11. 12, Jimmy G. Oh, reliable Jimmy G. Could have been a great start once again last week if it wasn't for Brandon Ayuk dropping a wide open touchdown. He finds himself at number 12 going up against the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football. 13, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. Hopefully he has somebody to throw the ball to. Everybody and their mother is questionable as of right now in Green Bay. They're playing Thursday night against Tennessee. I got Aaron Rodgers at 13, which will then take us down to number 14. That's Derek Carr of the Las Vegas Raiders in a matchup going up against Denver. A Denver defense that didn't look that great against the pass last week with Ryan Tannehill. Got Derek Carr right here at 14. 15, Russell Wilson, his opponent in that game. This team is already struggling on offense, and now some of its playmakers in KJ Hamler and Jerry Jeudy are banged up and could miss some time. Russ is sitting at 15. Followed by 16, Jared Goff is kind of a shell of what he was to start the season. The touchdowns just have not been there, but maybe he'll get some help in the coming weeks with the return of DJ Chark and maybe Jameson Williams after Thanksgiving. Number 17, Matt Ryan. Good to see him back under center for the Indianapolis Colts. Makes that offense overall better fantasy-wise. Number 18, Ryan Tannehill, coming off a great game just last week. Now he's playing Thursday Night Football against a banged-up defense for the Green Bay Packers. He finds himself at 18. Followed by 19, Taylor Gimme a Heineke of the Washington Commandos. He basically took this job away from Carson Wentz, who was eligible to return this week, but how do you take it away from the guy? He's 3-1 with Carson Wentz hurt. You got to keep him going. I got him sitting right here at 19, followed by number 20, Colt McCoy. Not expected to have Kyler Murray as of right now. They play Monday Night Football in a game against the San Francisco 49ers. There's a chance that Hollywood Brown returns. It's a slim chance, but a chance nonetheless. I got Colt McCoy at 20. 21, Zach Wilson going up against the New England Patriots, a Patriots team who's also coming off their bye week and had an extra week to prep for said Zach Wilson. So he's down at 21. 22, Davis Mills. I love Davis Mills. I wish he could play football somewhere else that actually mattered because he just doesn't have any wide receivers that give a damn. Got Davis Mills at 22. 23, Kenny Pickett in a divisional matchup going up against a very difficult defense in the Cincinnati Bengals who are coming off their bye week. And then 24, Jacoby Brissett of the Cleveland Browns, who's going to be possibly playing in that Snow Bowl there up in Buffalo. So got him down here at 24. Some of those names a little bit higher than usual, right? Well, that's going to happen when the likes of Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Geno Smith, Tom Brady, they're all on bye this week, right? So a few of these guys a little bit higher than usual, but we're not wasting any more time. We're diving right into the running backs now, the quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for Week 11. And number one really shouldn't be much of a surprise. It's Saquon Barkley. He's going against the Detroit Lions. Swing! I love myself some Saquon Barkley. Number two, Austin Eckler. Really, option 1A and 1B in this offense right now could easily see double-digit targets in that shootout against Kansas City. He's at 2. 3, Derrick Henry, Tennessee Titans playing Thursday Night Football against a banged-up Green Bay defense. 4, Christian McCaffrey. Yes, this is going to be a split backfield going forward, but when it comes to touchdowns, CMC is going to get first crack, so he's at number 4. 5, the reemergence of Jonathan Taylor, all the way up into the top 5. Now, I don't want to overhype the return of Jonathan Taylor, but there's a lot of guys with some below average matchups this week, and I really had to move him up a little bit higher, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, who have shown as of late they can be had on the ground. Plus, opposing teams are running a little bit more to try to keep the ball away from that Philly offense, so I got Jonathan Taylor at number 5. Which will take us down to number 6, Josh Jacobs, Las Vegas Raiders, going up against the Denver Broncos, a team typically easier to run on than they are to throw on. 7, Joe Mixon off his bye week, going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, followed by number 8, Sir Nicholas Chubb of the Cleveland Browns in that difficult Snow Bowl game potentially in Buffalo. Definitely something we're paying close attention to, but if there's snow on the ground, that benefits the running game a lot more. Nick Chubb got him at number 8. Number 9, Dalvin Cook, Minnesota Vikings, going up against a tough Dallas defense, but Dalvin Cook has been finding ways to rack up yards here as of late, so he's at number 9. Number 10, Ramondre Stevenson, fresh off the bye week, going up against the New York Jets as the number 1 option in this backfield on a run-heavy team, so he'll find himself at number 10. 11, Dameon Pierce. Not an easy matchup for him going up against Washington, but this guy continues to run the ball against easy or difficult defenses. He does not seem to care, so he's at number 11, and I'm not overly worried right away about Eno Benjamin. Number 12, Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers, Thursday Night Football. Looked healthy last week, right? Got over 20-plus touches on the ground coming off of that ankle injury. They're going to need him this week to open up the passing game. Got Aaron Jones at number 12. Which will take us to number 13, and that's where I have David Montgomery, the highest I've ranked him. And I can't even tell you how long, but don't forget Khalil Herbert. He's out. He's on IR. David Montgomery going to be the guy in the backfield. The last time we had one guy in this backfield, Khalil Herbert was a top 12 guy almost weekly. David Montgomery with a matchup going up against Atlanta, looking at him right here. At number 13, 14, Alvin Kamara. Back-to-back down weeks because the volume hasn't been there. Now he's got a difficult matchup going up against the Rams. He's dropped down to 14. 15, Tony Pollard, Dallas Cowboys, the better option as of right now in this backfield, and there's still a lot of question marks surrounding Zeke Elliott and his availability for the game here this week. So Tony Pollard sitting at number 15. Number 16, Donta Foreman of the Carolina Panthers with a matchup going up against the Baltimore Ravens, who are coming off of their bye week. Could be a very difficult matchup for Foreman, but the volume is there. This guy's getting over 20 touches a week, so you got to make sure you keep him in your lineup. He's at 16. 17, then it's Cordarrelle Patterson, who was an absolute dud in week 10, hardly touched the ball at all. Now gets a matchup going up against the Chicago Bears. A decent matchup, but I dropped him down to 17. 18, Miles Sanders, Philadelphia Eagles, a fairly difficult matchup going up against the Indianapolis Colts, and we really haven't seen large volume for Miles Sanders here as of late. They're really relying a little bit more on the passing game. Maybe the injury to Dallas Goedert means a little bit more volume for Miles Sanders. That's what we're hoping for. He's at 18. 19 is Antonio Gibson of the Washington Commandos. A great matchup going up against Houston. I, myself, could run against this Houston defense. I like Brian Robinson volume-wise, but the efficiency isn't quite there. Give me Antonio Gibson for a little bit higher ceiling in the number 19 spot. 20, Jamal Williams, Detroit Lions, continues to be the number 1 option in this backfield because it doesn't look like DeAndre Swift is 100% healthy. Jamal Williams getting the volume, and now here this week going up against the New York Giants, got Jamal Williams at number 20. 21, Devin Singletary in that Snow Bowl. 22, Kenyon Drake. Now, we're still pretty unclear with the availability of Gus Edwards. It sounds like he's going to return this weekend, but it's going to be a split at best, and Kenyon Drake is somebody who's found some success in this backfield here as of late. In a matchup here going up against Carolina, a great matchup, got Kenyon Drake at 22. 23 is James Conner, Arizona Cardinals. There's a chance that Hollywood Brown comes back this weekend, but it looks like no Kyler Murray, which means we could see a whole lot of James Conner on the ground and no more Eno Benjamin. So he's at 23. 24, Brian Robinson in that great matchup going up against Houston. 25 is where I have Elijah Mitchell. That split backfield in San Francisco is going to be a split backfield that finds success on the reg, right? This is not going to be somebody who comes out every single week and scores you 20 plus fantasy points, but is definitely a solid flex option if need be. That's why he's at 25. 26, Isaiah Pacheco of the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. This backfield is horrific. However, it seems as of late that Isaiah Pacheco could see the bulk of the volume. I didn't want to put him too high because I don't trust Andy Reid to totally screw over our fantasy hopes and turn this into a CEH week. Then 27's DeAndre Swift, talked about him a little bit earlier. Not so sure that he's 100% healthy because he's just not getting any volume as of right now. 28, Kareem Hunt, another guy, kind of an afterthought in Cleveland. It's Nick Chubb or nothing. But in a game that can have some bad weather, I got Hunt right here at 28, followed by 29, Najee Harris. It's a bad matchup. He's not 100% healthy. They're already saying he's dealing with some knee soreness, and the guy hasn't been overly efficient when healthy, so he's at 29. And then 30, this is where I put Zeke Elliott until we get more word. If it comes out that he's going to be 100% healthy, he may climb up to that 22-ish range on these rankings, but not overly high. Tony Pollard is the guy to own and start in that backfield as of right now. But like every other week, I got my top 5 guys who are on the outside looking into the quick and dirty top 30 that I want to make sure you don't forget about. The first one, Damian Harris. He could definitely be somebody who takes some of that volume away from Ramondre Stevenson as he gets healthier as these weeks go on. Still love Ramondre there, though. Gus Edwards, how healthy is he? We know that John Harbaugh loves himself some Gus Edwards, and when Gus is healthy, he's going to touch the ball. Jaylen Warren, with the news coming out about Najee Harris not being 100% healthy, playing through some pain. They've talked about more touches every single week for Jaylen Warren, but we never really seem to see it. That could be coming. Michael Carter, in a difficult matchup going up against the New England Patriots, could be the guy that leads that backfield in touches, maybe gives you a little bit of upside. And then lastly is Tyler Algier, Atlanta Falcons, right? With as hot as the offense is in Chicago, Atlanta's going to want to control time of possession. Tyler Algier seems to be a guy that they're relying on a little bit more and more each week, so he'll round out my first 5 out of my quick and dirty top 30. Hopefully you enjoyed the rankings. Just a reminder, I know everybody's rankings are different. I don't expect your rankings to match mine, and that's okay, because if they always did, rankings would be pointless. The entire purpose of rankings is to look at different perspectives from different people, and then in turn, build the best picture you can for your roster and start the right people and dominate fantasy football every single week. So that's what rankings are all about. That's what we love to do here, and we'd love to have those conversations down below in the comment section. So do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave those comments down below on how you see things shaking out here for Week 11 fantasy football, and I look forward to talking to you down below in the comment section. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we'll talk to you later.